Narratives are key if you want to make money in crypto because the price movement often follows what's trending, what's viral, and what people are talking about on crypto Twitter or on YouTube. So in this video, I'm going to cover a bunch of narratives following this awesome newsletter from Victor on crypto narratives. He basically covers the crypto narratives in the past couple of months and the ones that might have a chance going forward. All of them I have also mentioned on my channel going through. I also had this big thread on most of them. I think I missed like one or two from the one he's mentioning, so it's often good to have this kind of comparison and see that other people see the same kind of narrative. So let's get started. Basically, the way he starts, he's mentioning that he already deployed 80% of his capital already into the market. So this is already into the market. So he's already invested into these narratives, and basically he's looking for bets outside of BTC and ETH because, of course, ETH and BTC will give you yield, but if you want to make really big revenue, then you have to look for smaller cap coins, and this is what he's doing here. Of course, I have to mention at the very beginning, nothing here is financial advice. You should always do your research. Do not try to blindly go into every trade mentioned here because you get burnt, and basically it's easy to lose money this way. You have to have conviction, and then you have to have a strategy when you want to enter, when you want to exit, because of course the best is to buy on the dips and then sell on when something is pumping. So it's hard to sometimes time the market. You need to know what you're doing. So having said that, let's get into the video. The first narrative he mentioned is that there are different L1s fighting. So if you look at top 100 coins right now, you can see that from the past bull market in 2021, we still have Cardano, Phantom. There are different also different other L1s that are fighting for attention. Probably the biggest one right now is being Solana. Solana seems to be falling to disgrace for some period of time after FTX fall, but right now it's getting back on its feet and performing pretty well. There are competitors to Solana coming from Aptos and Sweep and a bunch of other tokens that are building L1 chains as well, being launched basically every month or every second month right now. So I think the biggest here tokens are Solana definitely, and then Aptos and Sweep, and this is the price action of Solana recently. So you can see this pump to $250 just in 2021, and then we're around $20-30 right now. So this is one thing, and another one L1 category is of course Atom. Atom has the whole Cosmos ecosystem. I'm particularly a fan of Canto in the Cosmos ecosystem, which is a DeFi chain, but Atom is much bigger than that. So within the Cosmos ecosystem, you have many blockchains that are building interesting stuff. Now, the second narrative that he mentions is different L2s. So there's definitely a fight. So Ethereum is definitely a blue chip blockchain, not going anywhere. Vitalik keeps on adding new features basically, and his team. But basically, there's still a fight for L2, for different L2 solutions that will scale Ethereum even better. One of them is Arbitrum that launched the token just recently, but of course the biggest two are Arbitrum and Optimis, but there are newcomers also. So for example, you had ZK Sync, Starknet, Polygon, ZK EVM, and recently Base. So Base do not have its own token, but there are many tokens on Base itself, and maybe at some point Coinbase will launch a token as well. But nevertheless, this is the fight for the L2 attention, and there's definitely something going on. So ARP and OP are the biggest tokens when it comes to L2s to Ethereum right now. This is the biggest thing, and also you have many interesting stuff being done on both Arbitrum and Optimis, many interesting applications. I've covered them on my channel as well. Arbitrum is especially interesting when it comes to DeFi. You have things like GMX, Vela, and a bunch of other projects, but I will mention also in a moment. Optimism have OP Stack, which allows other blockchain projects like, for example, Base did that, use Optimis infrastructure to build their own L2. So for example, Base is built on Optimis to a certain extent, taking OP Stack and using it for their own blockchain. WorldCoin as well, as here Victor mentions. Another narrative this year is liquid staking. So this is liquid staking derivatives, LSDFi or LST as Victor calls them here. These are based on different liquid assets. So you have Steve and Rocket Pool ETH and a bunch of other like frags from Coinbase or Stakewise. The basic idea is that first of all you have liquid staking, which means that instead of staking yourself, you can have others stake for you. You don't have to provide your own node for staking. But then on top of that, you can build different applications, like you can lend your staked ETH and gain additional yield on that. Because if you just transfer your ETH, trade them to Steve or Reef for Rocket Pool, you'll be getting like around 4 or 5% per year, but you can get additional yield if you put that to use. And I think the biggest thing here is definitely Pendle, which grew quite a lot recently, but there's also other applications like Libra, Raft, Unshift, Eigenlayer. I have the entire video about DeFi. Going to link it somewhere either in the description or it should appear in the top right corner right now. LSDFi is really big and keeps on growing because people want additional yield, and this is something like DeFi 2.0. Now, when it comes to L2s, also interesting stuff is that they allow you to have really cheap exchanges, and more people are on different exchanges and are doing things on chain, which is really great. And the biggest winners for that are different DEXs that have the feel of real centralized exchanges as well. And I think the biggest protocol here is GMX, which is the main protocol on Arbitrum with the biggest trades you can do on chain. Also, the link will be down below. I did like separate videos about just GMX, but there's also other comers to the field. You have DYDX, you have Quenta, Gains Network, you have a bunch of other stuff also on Optimism as well. So there are different exchanges here that are trying to get into this perps on chain category and allow you to trade different futures, different perpetuals on chain. So this is really interesting stuff. So Quenta is on Optimism, you have Level Finance on Binance, and smaller pair being those here that you can try as well. So this is interesting. Of course, meme coins started in April with Pepe. Right now, the biggest contender seems to be Pepe and Bitcoin. So Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10, Inu, which is with the ticker Bitcoin. Those are the two that are really grabbing attention. Pepe sitting at around $600 million, Bitcoin right now sitting at around $150 million market cap, and seems that they're growing. So really interesting stuff. I did many analyses of different meme coins and I like this category. Worth mentioning is that even though NFTs are pretty dead right now, the market is really down by a lot. There are two collections or maybe one collection that really is doing well. That's Milady NFTs and the entire community of Miladies that seem to be building many new meme coins and applications within the meme space. And on the other hand, you have Proto Gremlins, which also did pretty well, are sitting right now at around 1.5 ETH. This is a collection coming from a Bitcoin meme coin, and you were able to claim them for free if you had some kind of you have some position in Bitcoin. Now, this is for the meme coins. Separate video again just for meme coins is somewhere in the description, or you can find it on the top of the screen. Now, DeFi 1.0, so this is something that keeps on coming back. Basically, Aave is still one of the most used protocols. You have also Compound Maker and a bunch of other protocols like Uniswap that basically keep on building, and they are famous, but actually people might be forgetting about them. They keep on getting back. So the prediction from Victor here is that this will still come back, especially in the bull market, and he wants to have some kind of a small position in that. Now, he also mentioned some other narratives. So the one I didn't mention on my channel is Gamblify, with Rollbit definitely here leading the way. Yeah, don't have much to add here. Now, another thing is, of course, Telegram bots. This I covered extensively with Unibot, but also Lootbot for airdrop farming. Unibot allows you automatically to trade on Telegram, following different strategies. Super useful, and also distributes revenue to its holders, which is great because this is like a real business model for the protocol, which is pretty cool. Now, there are gaming coins coming along the way. There are still not that many. Of course, you have like Illuvium, NJ, Super, SFant, PYR, but to be honest, we are super early. I think gaming, crypto gaming will be super big category, but the first applications will be once someone creates a game that is so appealing to the mass public that people outside of crypto will start playing that just for fun and not to make money. This is like the biggest thing ever, because we have so many gamers in the world, myself included, but I haven't really seen any kind of application that is just fun. So even I would expect something like that already happening, and I wonder why it's not happening anymore for now. Because, for example, you could think about, like, for example, Vampire Survivors, but with crypto components in it, where you can, you know, grab weapons and then sell them as NFTs, or maybe have some kind of a meme coin behind it. So if there's any game developer interested in crypto, I would probably go with this idea. Like, look what kind of indie games are already made and are viral. For example, Vampire Survivors is the best category here, and try to add on top of that some kind of meme coin or some kind of blockchain component. That probably would be super cool. And at the very end, Victor gives a bunch of asymmetric bets. I don't know most of these coins, so I don't have any opinion. So this is it for the narratives. This is basically what I've mentioned as well. The only thing missing here is probably AI. This is the biggest thing that I've been mentioning since the beginning of the year. AI will come back, of course, and other stuff related to like the super tech. This will be coming back. There's nothing here about metaverse, which is fine, but probably that's also included in the gaming category in general. So this is probably not every category ever, but worth definitely having a look if you're looking for a place to start. I will provide the link down below in the description, as well as the links to other videos that I made about different categories and how to trade them. I have, I think, one important video that you have to watch if you're thinking about going after different narratives, where I calculate how much you can really make if you were to follow those kind of narratives, and jumping maybe not that early, but pretty early on. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely watch it. It should appear again somewhere on screen. And for everything else, subscribe to the channel. I tend to cover all the recent news in crypto and everything interesting. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.